I still haven't fixed my chat. That's okay. I'll do that some other time. We'll get it to that a little bit later. I'm gonna write it down though so that I remember. Alright, so we're gonna pick my favorite site. So right now we're gonna be building some enemies. I'm just gonna make one basic goblin. I think that's what I'm gonna go for right now. But I want a color palette that'd be good for making a bunch of different types of enemies. I think something like this would be fine. Like, I want something that also goes well with the little dudes. Like these little guys. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that's cozy. I just gotta figure out how to set up the palette.
Steven, I have a friend.
I just got delivered a cat. Alright.
You just got delivered a cat.
Yes, I did. I need to figure out where these are.
Closely as you would a medium goldfish in a hotel lobby bowl. They're going nowhere. Still, I wonder if the sea is as salty as my fish tongue hopes it is.
Such a sweet boy.
Yeah, I can just go into palettes here. That'll be... I can put it in here. That's a good place to put it. Boy, we probably don't want to do that. All sorts of wild things on there. Yeah, we didn't even download this palette, did we? We didn't successfully download it, anyway.
Theo, what are you doing?
He's exploring.
Theo. Yeah, I hear you right here.
Where is this?
You are fine. You will not die from arthritis.
There we go, that looks good. Alright, I'm ready to draw a... obnoxious cat. Obnoxious, obnoxious cat. Alright. A lovely, lovely, obnoxious cat. This is already 64 by 64, isn't it? Okay, we're fine then. Goblin. So the cats are like this big. I want the goblins to take up like most of the space. So maybe the head's over here somewhere for the basic goblin. It's not really going to be a goblin, it's going to be more like an ogre. Start with some basic shapes. There's a bean.
I am watching your stream.
Oh, okay.
On the TV,
You have
so,
fun.
Yeah, I will.
Alright. That's a foot, right? I'm thinking a club. A club is definitely necessary. I don't know what he's going to be doing with his other arm yet. Let's work on the head. I like this lumpy sort of look. There we go. That looks pretty good. That's something like this, right? What's that?
Now we can move on.
Got a little bit of assistance in here. Sweet. Ain't got a butt chin. I think he has a butt chin.
And each painting was more colorful and more meaningful than the last. The crowd swelled with knowledge and appreciation. One person cubed up, leaving the lift, useless to many. Only idiots could squeeze in.
Beard would be cool. Maybe we'll go for a beard.
Upping and downing till closing time.
We'll see what this looks like after I'm done outlining it a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I think it would look a little better if his eyes were slightly higher. Maybe. He is one ugly little guy. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Those bulgy, weird bulgy lips. Or chin, I guess. Jowls? Is jowls the right word? Kind of looks like the Predator now, except his nose is way too cute to be the Predator. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay. Obviously he needs ears, right? Duh. How about big floppy ears? That'd be funny. No. Maybe not big floppy ears. Little spiky ears? Big bat ears? No. Spiky ears is probably the best bet. That's so basic, though. What about mouse ears? What if they all are like mice? Ogre mice. All the ogres kind of look like mice. That's kind of fun. Okay, I'll start with that. This is a freaking... I'm... Freaking, Mickey Mouse over here. We'll do difference in colors later. We don't have to worry about that right now. I think I don't want to leave these. I think I want these gone. Something like that.
And after the love was made, they noticed something small. Burrowed onto the sheet. It was a list of rare birds. Cards and tablature alongside. Fetch me my axe.
That looks okay, I guess. Is that something? Yeah, that's even better. Feels like I'm using multiple colors, but I know I'm not. Multiple. I'm not gonna do that. We'll just give him a little bump up here. No, I don't even want to do that. I think he's fine the way he is. I do want to give him more eye shape, though. I want to give him, like, more eye. That looks good. Something like this. That's pretty cool. I don't know if he gets any eyes. I think he just stays like this. We'll figure out colors later. I say as I continue to look at colors. That looks pretty cool, but we'll do pink for now. Alright. That's a face. That looks like a face to me. It barely looks like a face to me, but it does look like a face to me. This nose needs some help. Is that anything? Is this anything? No. Like, I don't think I need the nostrils even. I could probably just do it like this, right? Like, that's a standard looking nose if I do something like that. But I kind of wanted it to be big and bulbous. I wanted a big bulbous nose. I wanted like a big red thing. That's kind of what I wanted. Yeah. Maybe? Maybe? Is that a thing? He just has a weird thing on his face? I don't know. We're just gonna do this for now. We're just gonna do that for now. He just got a weird little button nose.
Steven, my mom needs you. My mom needs you.
Okay.
She needs you to open the window in the kitchen.
Okay.
Superb, the bird of paradise, Lotharina, neighbor. You.
How's this gonna look with limited animation, I wonder?
And just like that, a baby! Unhampered by species and ready for living. There's just one catch.
Now he's naked. This is a weird-ass album to choose for my first stream. Or first day streaming. That's okay. He's wearing a diaper. Decision has been made. Maybe he's got... Oh, yeah, spindly arms. Yeah, now we're talking. Now it's a goblin. Now it's a goblin. Heck yeah. I'm gonna do the club later. We'll figure out the club later. What happened to the baby?
It's a
He's looking pretty cool so far, though. I like him. I do like him. He's a weirdo, but he's my little weirdo.
You do like him? You like him?
I do.
You like
It's a good start.
He's a baby mouse over. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Deep within the complex structures and pretty patterns of
That's
story
really
and
challenging.
your soft mind.
No, we're not gonna give him weird green stains in his freaking britches. We're not gonna go that far.
A word of advice
We might do that later.
from one rare bird to another.
What does this leg want to be? Just like a spike like that? I think that is what we want to do here. Like that. That's like such a confident looking ogre. Look at him go. He knows he might be wearing a diaper, but he knows what he's up to. He knows what he's about. And that is about the size of a hand I want to have here. Nice big hands. I just don't know what to do with his other hand.
That ogre is either traumatized or has seen some serious things.
Maybe he's just kind of standing here with this arm. I don't know. Probably should. I'm trying. It's just not always. It doesn't always work out. Yeah, we'll figure a different way out to do this for sure. That was not the intention here. Alright, what am I doing here? Alright, well... I haven't been convinced yet where to put his other arm. Maybe he only has one arm. Maybe it's cool for him to just have one arm. No. I mean, it is. He's allowed to have one arm if he wants to, I suppose, but... It's not really... Does he have a neck? Or does he just not have a neck? I think I'm kind of okay with him just not having a neck. Or, on the other hand, maybe it's just a really wide neck. I think that's fine. Where does the other hand go? What is he doing? He's chasing you around, so he's going to be chasing. He's actively chasing. That's not the hand of an ogre who's actively chasing anybody, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. It's not really the posture of an ogre who's actively chasing anybody either, but we'll go with it for now. Maybe he's just got his arms out like this, and he's going rawr. He's coming to get you. He's coming to fight you with his club. There we go. Something like that, anyway. And that's the general space of things over here. And then we'll put the club back. But this time it's going to be like kind of gnarled. It'll be a weirdly gnarled club at the top, and then it'll go down like this. Yeah. Maybe it's a maul of some sort. A maul would be cool. Yep. Well, one sec. Alright, we were able to avoid... And there we go, it's a little darker there. Okay, that is a nice defining feature for him. We're gonna do this. I want to make this into an actual mall of some variety. I think it's called a mall. It's like a... I don't know, I played a lot of World of Warcraft. What do you want me to say? It's a World of Warcraft mall. Whatever that happens to be. Not super hype about the proportions here, but we'll figure this out. Oh, the music ran out. I gotta go grab a different one. Let's grab this one. I don't need to add any extra details there than we already have, actually. And I need some separation between his face and the ball, so that they're more visually distinct. This hand can go somewhere else too. We'll figure out this hand later. Maybe it's an axe. I mean, an axe would be a little too threatening, but an axe isn't bad. Yeah, well, it's an axe now. That's something that looks so odd. I think it needs to be a straight line down this way. Yeah. I should have put the axe on a separate layer, so I can make it a little thinner if I wanted to, but this is thick, it's nice, it's good. And then we can get a nice little hand there. Perfect. Knobby little elbows. Knobby little elbows, look at that goblin. I don't know what to do with his hand. I think I want him more hunched over than I have now. I think he's a little too proud of a goblin. Goblins aren't supposed to be that prideful. Let's see if I can define his fingers a little bit and have a better idea of what the heck I'm doing. Oh my god, what am I doing? That is not an arm. So down here is where it's all messy. This needs to be bent forward. And now this can be going down this way, with this cutting it off. I don't know if this is anything. Dun, 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 dun. I guess that's fine. What's the white version of this? I guess that's the white version of the black. What's the outline for this color? That's so low. It can be up higher. Looks like tiny whiteys. Alright, I guess they're tiny whiteys now. Doing this in a simple style. Obviously, I don't have to just say that, like, that's just kind of what's happening. It's right there on the screen, if you ask me. The front of his other leg just goes straight up, but that's fine. Gotta stuff his leg in there. Or make his diaper a little bigger. Tight whities, whatever. Whatever they are. Kind of looks like something. Do I want to add shading? No, I want to animate this, so I don't want to add shading. Let's not even add... Well, maybe we'll still add some sparkle. I don't know. A little shine. A little shine on the front. Just to sell the axiness of the whole thing. That was a beautiful line, except it was in the wrong spot. I guess that's fine. Okay. And now I don't know why I keep opening the save prompt. That's annoying. Is there a black? Okay, can we work a dark, lighter rosewood color? Let's do that. I work best with a little bit of limitation, I think. Smart limitations. Intentional limitations, you call them. That's an interesting thing. It's like... Oh wait, that's the outside of the axe, so technically it'd be like this, right? If I want to just follow the rule. You kind of just set up those rules and you just gotta follow them. Alright. That's something. I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, export file. Actually, no, I need to animate him for running around. He's gonna be animated very similarly to the cats. So there's gonna be 2 body proportion changes and then 2 random secondary animation changes. So when I move his legs, I guess I'm just gonna do... Like, I'm gonna fling him up at an angle. That's what I'm gonna do. Like he's, like, jumping, I guess. manually erasing all of that, but whatever. Something like this sort of feeling, where he's just like, his feet are just kind of flailing out in front of him, like this. I think that's what I was thinking. I need to move this over here. Get these more extreme, and more of an extreme fling. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going for. Beautiful little weirdo, this guy. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do something different. This is too... Probably... We're gonna listen to something weird. Ah! Why did it do that? That's strange. It took away my new fangled Windows right click. Huh. Weird. Media player. Open folder. Oh, it's because it's all in a zip file? Why was I in a zip file? That's not right. That just ain't right. Oh, we'll do this one. Okay, back to it. Oh, this is way less saturated than I remembered it being. Did I change something? No, I just made it really desaturated. Weird. I don't mind it. I actually want... I don't know what I want that to be. Is this anything? Is this something? Alright, those legs need to be a little bit wider on this when they're up, but I think that is doing something for me. His foot's a little too big on both sides. And his leg's a little too small on this side. Everything's just awkward looking is basically what's happening here. Just a general awkward malaise. Make these more foot shaped to start with. How about? I really do need to save this somewhere though, so let's just do that real quick. ankle is too fat. I'm gonna fix that. I gotta focus on figuring out where the heck all my files are. This folder structure is not working out perfectly, but that's okay. Okay, he's an ogre. One whole ogre, walking around, minding his own business. Probably just gonna darken the outline, honestly. I'll probably just add a dark outline to the whole thing, and that'll help a lot. Alright, what the heck is wrong with this? Why does this look like this? That's probably what it should be. That's fine. That's fine for now, anyway. Alright, what's the secondary animation, though? Let's see. I mean, my gut says the secondary animation should be the axe moving. Oh, that's not moving. Vibing with it. Alright, what moves? What moves on this guy? His ears, I guess? We do the ears. We gotta do the ears. Right? I mean, maybe he looks around, too. Can't tell if he is, like, at cross-eyed or if his eyes are looking in opposite directions. I mean, those literally both mean the same thing, but you know what I mean. Like, should I put them up like that? No. Maybe the ears just bounce a little bit. So he's kind of like jumping here, so the ears should go down one. Okay, so they're gonna go down one and then they're gonna go back up one. That's cute. There he goes. Look at him run, look at him roam. Alright, let's put him in the game. We'll figure out the rest of this later. I gotta export, I forgot. Now we're gonna grab characters. Skipping that one. I mean, I love that one, don't get me wrong. Probably should have skipped a good number of these, to be honest, but it's too late. What are we looking at here? Look at that guy go. Look at that guy run around. We definitely are going to need to do left-right on these guys. Just flip them back and forth when they turn. And that hand, that right hand is awful looking, but whatever. That's something. Kind of looks like it fits the vibe. I don't know. His hitbox is tiny, but that's the me problem. I haven't changed anything yet that would actually fix that. Should we do at? Let's make an enemy. What the heck? Oh, that's what it is. So the enemy is just going to be an entity as well. We're just going to copy like all this stuff actually. And then we'll move you over here. Switch you back to Nina. Sure, it'll be Nina for a while. So they have a basic mover. They want to keep the entity signal components, which I may or may not ever use, but I'm going to keep it there for now. We don't need this though. Okay. Alright, I gotta go get a meeting of the minds going over here. Alright, I'm back. God, that sounded like I flushed the toilet as soon as I turned on the stream. I swear that was from a different room. It's funny. Alright, what am I doing here? We're gonna get some health. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling Macintosh Plus right now. No, not Macintosh Plus. What am I feeling right now? I'm feeling Echo Jammed right now. That's what I'm feeling. Excuse you. Can I just put this over here? No, I can't. That's annoying. Whatever. You'll just have to have the Echo Jams art in your head. I can't just put it up there, apparently. At least not easily. Alright, what am I doing? I always ask myself that. I'm always losing track. I need a list. Let's make a list. Basic stat block, health, drain, the bump effect, the health bar, and later on, enemy movement. Alright. I think this is going to be part of the basic stealth block. Health bar needs to happen before any of this. We're just going to do the bump effect after all of that, because okay. Why do I keep Control S-ing all the same time? We're just gonna pre-check off. Be cool. Yeah. Confidence. That's what that looks like. There we go. Back to it. So first up on our list is making a basic stat block. So we need to go ahead and start breaking up our actual game information or game info. So I'm gonna make a new data folder. This isn't even going to pull anything. This is just going to be a big static accessor place. Probably I'm gonna end up having an array of player datas, but I guess we'll start with this. This is an okay model to start with. I'm gonna have a generic stat block for some of that stuff. And then I'm gonna add whatever else we need later. And we'll do pretty much the same thing for player data. And then we gotta make a stat block. Love overthinking things. It's great. Alright. I'm gonna use D&D style stats and rolling systems just because I can't think of anything more original right now. I'm not gonna use the D&D stats though. So like we have base HP. It's gonna be a type of dice, so that's also another thing, of course, because I'm a little freak. These holds. E. Is that allowed? It's not going to explode if we have a... No. Okay. I'm not going to make it D3. I'm not going to be weird. I'm just going to make it the normal numbers. No reason. Otherwise we wouldn't... What's the point of using dice if we're not going to use realistic dice numbers? I think that's the only other one. I don't think there's a higher than a D12 below a D20, generally. Obviously, you can make D whatevers you want to. Rule! Oh, jeez. I don't know if I want to keep that. Never mind, it's fine. Not remembering semantics, apparently. I immediately went off the rails on my to-do list, by the way. I'm over here writing a dice roller. This is just a shorthand. Is that correct? Yes. To inclusive. Okay, it's inclusive, so I can do this. Wow. All that aside, by default, D10. We'll think about that later. All we really need right now is base HP, right? I guess that is a basic stat block, so there you go. It's even health, even though it doesn't... We're going to check that off when it actually exists on the entity. Do all entities have health is the question. No. How are we going to give an entity a stat block? I guess I could turn the stat block into a resource. Especially since these are all just kind of configurations anyway. Or do I want to separate the concept of the stat block and the stat sheet? I'm probably going way down, too far down the rabbit hole now. I like the idea of separating the stat block and the stat sheet. So we're going to do that. Are these ever really going to be anything other than just stat blocks, though? Maybe I just get rid of these and we start with they're all just stat blocks and we figure out how to do it better later. I'll remove those. Okay, so there's stat blocks. New system. And this has the hit die. Simple. Alright, there we go. Now we're doing something. Okay, we have our level, maximum HP, current HP. Those are the only stats we're currently tracking. So then the stat block max HP would be equal to I can just fully discard that, and then I do this. And then I add the modifier at the end. Yeah? Yeah. Maybe. No, I think we can have a level 0. We'll figure that out later. Okay. And then you just return it out. There we go. So we got a stat block creator. Hell, that could even have been in a initialize function over here, but that would have been kind of awkward, I think. Anyway. So let me think here. Will every entity have a stat block? No. But we can have a stat block component with the way that our component system works. So let's go through that. which is very goofy, honestly. I feel like I'm overcomplicating this so very much. But I'm having a blast doing it, so at least there's that. Opponent. Name, stat, block, component. And then it's going to obviously have a stat block. But theoretically, we could pass it a character sheet. Right. And then when it's readied, stat blocks becomes create stat block, stat sheet at level 1. I can also just export the level here. Perfect. This is going to be confusing, though. Oh well. And now that we have this, like, this is enough to say that the player has health, right? Where'd stat block go? I thought it was a resource. Am I crazy? Sorry, stat sheet, isn't it? Yeah, I did it wrong. I'm gonna get those confused so much. So each one of these is gonna get its own sprite sheet, or, you know what I mean. Its own sheet. It's called sheet, isn't it? Oof. Okay. Oh my god, what did I just do? Oh my god. Oh well. Nina sheet. Shit. Alright. Now for each of these, I mean, they're all going to be the same right now anyway. I don't even export those, do I? Where's stat sheet? There we go. Right? There we go. This combat is going to be way too lethal if I go all the way for the, be way too lethal if I go all the way for D&D style, but at least this is close to what I'm looking for. Okay, so we have health. We have stat block component. We can add also a... What do these do again with events? Like, what are we doing with the... Oh, the components register themselves. Gotcha. I remember that. Okay. Basic health bar, let's go. Aligned to the center bottom. Sure. A little bit of a gap underneath. Okay. And the color's gonna be green for now. Not that color green, though. A slightly more intentional looking green. Yeah, that looks like an okay green. I think what I want to do, node 2D, and rename this to health bar component. And make this a health bar. Maybe we can make them fancier later. Okay. And then, what is the way that components can find other components? It's the post ready, right? So we'll copy this pattern. And we're looking for a stat block component. Boom.
Friend.
Ah. Is that... Am I crazy? Pretty sure that's supposed to be the way it's supposed to go. And then... I also have to assert this then. Okay, we cool with this? I don't know why you don't know what this is. Alright, because it doesn't know what it is. There we go. Now it knows what that is. Good. Okay. And real quick and dirty. Let's make a self. Oh, no, I'm not gonna make a whole nother component for this. We'll just tack it into entity signal component for now, and do func on X pressed. Actually, I'm gonna do that in the health bar component. Oh god, what are we doing? What's it mad about? It's mad about something. Invalid access to hit dice. Stat sheet is null. Duh. Who is this supposed to be again? We're Nina right now, so let's switch it to Nina. Just, not that it matters. Right, here we go. We don't have a stat block component. We have a health bar component, but we don't have a stat block component, even though I know for a fact there's a stat block component right here. Interesting. Winding a little bit too deeply, yeah. So it didn't find it at all. Interesting. Even though... Is it because stat block component? Yeah, because that uses ready. That's why, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Also, the health bar does not seem to be visible. No. So even if we hide... what'd I do? What'd I do? There we go. Yeah. Even if we hide this, it's probably not going to be visible, right? No. Why is that invisible? Oh, because the max health. Duh. I didn't set the max health in the current health. That's why. Duh. Helpers. There we go. Now we have health bar. I have a health bar! Watch, the ogre can have a health bar too now. Because I can add a new stat block. And I can add a new health component. But that should be probably a prefab. But we're null here. What's null? Okay, stat sheet is null because stat sheet was never assigned because I am a dingus. That's usually the answer. Look at him go! Look at that guy, little weirdo go. Okay, we need to get Y sorting going on here because this is unacceptable. But I think there's a way to do that in Godot out of the box. That's for tile maps, though. I think it's this. I think that's what it is. Oh, not quite. I'm dragging them around with me now, which is weird. It's so strange. Why sorting, huh? What does that mean? Okay. Let me make sure those are both on 0. They are. Hmm. Alright, so why sorting doesn't work. Obviously, the Ogre's Collision Box is really auto-whack. Got him. Take him with me. Weird. I don't know why sorting isn't happening, but I'm not going to focus on it, I don't think. I have other things to do. Alright. So for bumping, I think I'm going to do... We need a team component, and we need the stat block component, and then the simple bump component. So no 2D. Simple bump component. And let's also go into the enemy real quick and just make his collision shape a little different. Maybe something like this. Sure. Sure. That'll do. Uh-huh. Best you're going to hit anyone around this general area. And we're going to position this in the same spot as the other one. Maybe not quite this big, maybe somewhere closer to here. We'll just leave it on the cat for now, so the enemy can't even attack. I'm fine with that. And then what do we do? create a new component. And this gets area 2D, which post ready can something like that. It's gonna boom. Did we get any booms? We got some explosions of different types. Oh, there's something. Oh, body. I guess the node 2D. That should have given us a few booms. Good. There's all sorts of things we can do here, like take into account, like, stats and things, but for right now, we'll just bump the two away from each other. I'm also thinking about bumps and how bumps usually should be trades of damage rather than you just hitting and then counting on them hitting you to actually hit you. Because if the shapes are at all offset, it'll make just one of them get hit, which wouldn't be nice. Or even worse, have it be inconsistent. So I think this just initializes a trade. And there needs to be some global trade cooldown between two entities. I guess each entity needs to hold a list of the things that they collided with recently so that they can make sure they don't collide with it again really quickly. Is that a thing? That feels a little bit like a hack, like a workaround. It feels like there's a cleaner way to do that. So ultimately, this is an issue I've run into before. And I've never been able to come up with a satisfying solution to it, I don't think. But basically you have two entities, right? Let's say each of these pound signs is an entity, and these are the edges of their respective collision bump boxes, I should say. Well, if they go ahead and bump each other, like this, if they bump into each other like that, then this guy gets an event and this guy gets an event. When really I want this to just be one event, period. One solution would be to have... I guess you could always look for two. You could just expect two and only trigger on the second one? Would that be something? No. Because I don't know really a very easy way to dedupe that. I mean, I guess every enemy, every character is gonna have a "I just got hit." Here's what it is. Here's the solution for this. So the solution to the double. I don't know how to spell, apparently. Bump problem is start one, call combat resolver helper to get all calcs done in one spot. 2, add post hit iframes to entities so they can't hit twice on one frame. And then so this will basically just resolve combat no matter what. Alright, I'm gonna bail for a minute. This is enough notes to get me going.